Rhymes, how's that volcano looking? It's getting closer. Just about 3 cycles and that thing's going to start to erupt and ooh, buddy. We're gonna see just how much heat it's kicking out. I'm guessing these machines up here might get a little bit crispy, but if not, well, then they might be in the right spot to accept copper and then turn that back into copper ore. The only thing that I really want to get out of this volcano here is good old copper ore. And the reason I want that is because, well, I need more wallpaper. And let's face it, this is all about wallpaper. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. I've also found a new strategy that I'm kind of working on here with all of the gas. My sort of gas filtering thing, well, this filters out just fine. The thing is, I don't really have any way to deal with the extra gas. Let's just put it this way. My gas loop is bloated and it's causing issues. So, what I want to do is actually store up the rest of the oxygen that comes out of something like this gas reservoir or polluted oxygen or any of this stuff, right? All that good stuff. And rather than throwing it into a super compressor, I thought, hey, you know what? We've got a mod here that allows us to canister fill gas. So just like we're doing here with this liquid, we can do the same sort of thing with little bottles of oxygen. Now, of course, it will take manual labor in order to pick it up and then deliver it if we want to reinsert it or whatever. But I figure that's a different method to super compress gas that still requires a little bit of effort for it to be used. So I don't know, seems like a good trade-off, and that's what I'm going to try. So to make this work, I'm going to put a gas shut-off valve right there, and then we'll take this out over here just like that, and if we get a signal out of here that is green, we will then open up the valve and dump the rest of that into an overflow tank, which will then automatically drop it onto the ground. Haha! Fancy. And then somewhere, we will actually have a spot to empty gas canisters if we want to then deliver it to a certain room. Right now, we've got more than enough oxygen. We're good. We're good on oxygen. Although we do have a little bit too much carbon dioxide. I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe and all that. I myself am getting a little bit stir crazy. I need to get out of my house here pretty soon. But I'm hanging in there. It's all right. I feel like with the amount of time I've spent indoors over the last couple of months with everything that I've been dealing with, like I have just been locked in here for a long time. But that's all right. Hopefully things will settle out here pretty soon, and maybe I'll even take a little bit of a break. I know there's a 3D printer that's in need of some attention from me and some other projects that I really want to kind of make some progress on here. I'm trying out a mod that I saw a long time ago, but I never really have used before. This is Efficient Supply. So in a previous episode here, you saw that I was kind of complaining that the dupes were only delivering very, very small amounts to a certain location. This sort of solves that issue. Or so we say, makes some adjustments. If you take a look at the GIF here, you might be able to see that, or GIF, or you know, you call it what you want. Anyhow, you can see up there, there's kind of a random amount that is delivered, but down here, they're trying to kind of round up to larger numbers all the time. So this should hopefully allow us to deliver a little bit more material in one run with the dupe, rather than multiple runs with one dupe. So maybe making this whole sort of, what do we want to call it? The amount of errands done in a day more efficient. I'm not sure if we can track this in any real way, but that's what I'm working on. Or at least that's what I'm trying out. No, dupes! What are you doing? Why are you suffocating? Please don't die. Random question. How did you end up here? Oh, you dug over here, and then the sand fell down. Okay. Meanwhile, this slickster over here is just like, I'm gonna watch you die. There you go, dupes. Dig that out. Yeah, get to freedom! There you go, all good. So what I'm doing right up here is I'm trying to make this a location where I'm going to ranch some Drecos. I know I got some Drecos in my base somewhere. Oh yeah, that's right, I got critters down here. We can actually just use this. Click on the Dreklet. Hey, there's a little dude. Hey, bud. Yeah, we got some Drecos down there. Is this you, Dr. Dreco? What happened to Dr. Dreco? He might have died 100 cycles ago. Who knows? Yes, trying to work on that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this drop off right there. And we'll start to get that up and running. Now, one thing that I want to do here is rather than work with these normal tiles, we want those to be pinch of pepper plants. So if we go to pinch of pepper and we take a look at what this takes, you can see that pinch of pepper requires a little bit of phosphorite, which we have lots of, and a little bit of polluted water, which again, we have lots of polluted water. In connection with all of that, we also have these down here, which I might grow a variety of things, but one thing that I would like to grow down here is some thimbleweed seeds. Now this is going to contain or use up a lot of polluted water right there. So I have a couple of spots where I'm going to use up polluted water right next to each other. I planned it out that way. Boom, there we go. Let's try to build that up. You can see all my dupes have moved into their brand new bedroom. Isn't that nice? Wouldn't you like to sleep there? It's beautiful. We might as well just call this a dorm. I don't know if it's that nice. Oh wait, if it's a dorm, then we should have the party right out here. Leave those doors open. What can we have? What do we have for furniture? Okay. We definitely need an espresso machine. I don't have a ton of refined metals, but yes. You need to get up, you need to grab the coffee right there. So you wake up, you hit the espresso, and you're ready for your day. That actually makes a lot of sense. Oh, man. What else do we have for entertainment? Where's the surfboard thing? I should definitely build the surfboard thing. We need to have a bump and sound system. Boom. We'll throw that down right there. No place would be complete without an arcade. Well, actually, no place would be complete without a room full of arcades. I will restrain myself. Have I not researched that? Do we have room? No, we don't. No! Nowhere can I fit the vertical wind tunnel. It's just too big. I think we need to research something because I don't have something. There it is. The surfboard. Next activity, 0.4 cycles. It's time to hit the save button. Okay, you know, another thing that I'm going to do here is we're going to make this more of a great hall. I really liked that idea where all of this was a great hall and then the latrine and whatnot was somewhere else. Not right there. I don't really think we need the latrine to be nearby. We've got this, which is conveniently out of water. What are you doing? Oh, I see. No, who died? Maru! Of old age. You were a fantastic farmer, Maru. Thank you for tending to the plants. Okay, so here's what's up. This right here is running in faster than we can process it. So we have a blocked pipe. Gotta be careful about it. But it looks like we got room for another duplicant right now. Decreased bathroom use speed, increased bladder. This dude's gonna be sitting on the john all the time. Welcome to the base, Razzleberry. Thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter. I'm glad you're germ resistant because you're going to be on the bathroom all the time. And your job is going to be tending to the plants because our farmer just died. Sorry. I can't help but kind of laugh about that. Oh, wait, we already got a farm. Oh, no, are you ranching? What are you doing? Danny Bat, what is your job? Oh, boy. Farming. Next activity, 35 seconds. We're just about ready to see this volcano go off. And we're going to see just how hot things are going to get over here. I'm guessing that there's going to be a lot of comments from the last video, even though that hasn't been posted yet. So, what do I think? I'm thinking these background tiles are going to melt. This area up here is probably going to get quite toasty. All right, so do I think this thing is going to actually work? Maybe. I don't know if this is actually going to flow over here like this, like I think it will. I think I might have to take these metal tiles and put metal tiles here and just let the pool cool. And then pick it up and ship it somewhere else. Because I could actually take one of these generators and slap it down over there and slap it down over there and just kind of do that number. That might actually be better. But until I go and rebuild everything, let's see if it'll work here. 0.2 cycles, come on. Oh, is it going to happen at night? You wake up and suddenly you're on fire. That'd be a bad way to wake up. Ooh, it's starting to shake. All right, here we go. 2 seconds. And yes, we already see the gold has melted. That didn't last long. If we take a look at the temperatures real quick. Oh yeah, that's crispy. But we're refining metal, that's what we're doing. How's the heat up here? Oh, not bad, only 270 degrees Celsius. Not bad. Oh, did you see that? Well, we are getting copper over here. That's a positive. And we can see that the generator is working. You can see the heat is being wicked out like this. Real nice. This thing has not caught fire just yet. I mean, it's 115 degrees Celsius and going up fast. Damage, overheat. Shh, don't worry about that. Okay, so those are not working. And there's a lot. Whoa, that's a hot. All right, so that did not flow like I had hoped it would flow. Although we did get at least 54 kilograms of copper over here, so that's a good start. But we definitely are going to need to take a more proactive approach to dealing with this. And it's going to be quite crispy with all these dupes running over here. Thurman! No! Careful, bud. You don't need to repair it. Back to that room. I didn't, just quickly stepped in molten copper right there. Oh, my feet are so wet. Hang on. I gotta get a picture of this one. Feeling a little crispy? Yep. Oh, dude, that's the wrong spot, man. You shouldn't be standing there. Hey, at least it takes a little while for dupes to heat up. Oh, funny. I mean, I knew they'd get a little crispy through here, but I kind of forgot that they would just step down there and do that. All right, let's go ahead and switch these over to iron. Heat won't travel through a corner, so I think we'll be all right there. Redstone had the right idea. Just go down there and absorb all the heat, see? Now it won't hurt you as much. There you go, good job. Okay, let's deconstruct those tiles. I'm gonna have to switch that one right here to insulated ceramic. You know, it might be a good idea to change both of those to insulated ceramic. And then, here's what I'm going to do. We're gonna take this generator here, and we're gonna slap it down right there, and right there. And then maybe right back here, I'm going to use temperature shift plates in order to get the heat out of here quickly, and throw it into the metal tiles where we can then cool down this area. That way we can stop cooking our dupes like this. This just in, we're going to need more cots. Spamming cots wherever we can. There you go. Hey, you know what? Since we removed all the beds, we can replace those with cots. Ah, this is perfect. Everything's come full circle. Oh, by the way, we did get the mechanical surfboard. Yeah, baby. So here's how I'm going to operate that thing. I think you're gonna like it. I'm gonna put 2 mesh tiles right there, and then I'm going to do liquid wall pumps. And those liquid wall pumps are going to be facing to the right and left, just like this. Ooh, fancy. So liquid flows out of here because we're surfing, goes down into here, stores up in those tiles, and then gets pumped right back up into the machine. I know. Sometimes I even impress myself. Uh-oh, this volcano's about to run again. Dupes, before it runs. Please. Come on, dupes. Come on, dupes. It'll be even hotter the next time you come back. Oh, no, Thurman. Yeah, you just stepped in an active volcano. Sorry about that. Hey, at least we got lots of cots, right? And we brought in a doctor last time, so we're all good. Hey, you see what? Now it's actually flowing out to the right there. Look at that. Rhymes, you grabbed onto this while it was hot? What are you carrying there? What do you have? Toasty surroundings, currently holding 190 kilograms of copper. That's 104 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that would do it. Raspberry's like, oh man, first day on the job. It's rough. So here's what we can do. The idea is if we're going to cool this stuff down. No, it's not going to work here. We're actually going to have to pick it up automatically and run it through a conveyor. And then when it's cold enough, we can then ejecto that out to some spot and store it up. So maybe I keep this thing down here. Because you see, it's actually doing a good job. Look at this. This copper down here is already down to 32 degrees Celsius. So this just might be a cooling area where we go when we run conveyors through it. And we do have sensors for conveyor loops now that'll let us know just how hot those are. So, things are getting sophisticated around here. By the way, dupes, we need to move these bathrooms because I don't want you to go into the bathroom there. We have another duplicant. Stress reaction, binge eater, overjoyed response, sticky bomber, stupidigar. It's a weird name. Welcome to the base. You love to supply and carry things around? Congrats, that's your job. There was a good comment on one of the previous videos saying maybe I should just dig all of this out and then have a sweepy bot clean it up. And I think that is a good idea. If I could just kind of go down here and just clear out all of this. Most of it I don't really need, so why not? I do want to actually use a sweepy bot for something useful besides having them just run into critters all the time, so I think that's a good idea. And then we'll actually see just how useful those little guys can be. We don't need all this down here. It's just kind of getting in the way anymore. We'll clear this out like we're Francis John, man. Dig in everything. If you're not familiar, he's another YouTuber. Does oxygen not included. It's got some quality content. You should go check him out. Okay, so what I want to do here is have 7 tiles in between this and that. Actually, since I have a little bit more reach, because I'm using a certain mod, I'm not sure I even have to worry about that. But essentially, that's what you do. And then you just kind of put the ladders in like this, and you can dig out everything. All of this. We can dig it up. Okay, so something like, whoop, up, up. Something like that'll work. There you go, dupes. Well, actually, if we can dig this out right down here a little bit faster, then we can at least have this large horizontal area clear down there. And then, you know what? I'll temporarily tile this stuff over. That way our sweepy bot will do its thing. All right, so we've got this guy right there, ready to rumble. We can go ahead and plug that in. Probably want to be careful with these wires, so I'm just going to build it up like that, so that way it doesn't get too hot and they end up melting or something. Though it probably would be nice to kind of have something here that they could stand on. So how about a couple of ladders? How are we doing on the steel front here? We are not making a whole lot of steel. Okay, so one thing that I was doing incorrectly before is I had the butcher station inside of here along with the critter drop-off. So that was having an issue. So I've disabled the butcher station for a while. And what I want to do is wrangle this, and then the highest priority that I want, to be able to deliver to is going to be a spot like this. So if there's a spot available for an adult critter, I want to bring them up here. Otherwise, I can drop them off here and they will go to the butcher station. So I pretty much can set all of these drop-off points to like 9, wherever I want them to be. And then I can set this to a lower number. But I want to make sure I only set this to the adults. So you can see up here, I have a whole bunch of pips and everything that have all found their way into one location because that's what I have this set to 5. Now, this really isn't a bad spot for some pips. I mean, they've got some arbor trees in here, so, I mean, they're doing all right. They're just overcrowded and glum, but hey, it could be better. But it could also be a whole lot worse, right? Oh, who's scalding now? Everybody's scalding. Come on, a bunch of dupes complaining about the heat. It's only steam. Don't worry about it. Oh, it's now flooding all over the place. Hot water. Oh no! Our plants are liking it. They're back up to temperature now. Where's the steam coming from? Did somebody pee on the volcano? I mean, I know that's a thing, but in case you're wondering, when I go to set up these ladders like this, I'll usually set the ladders to priority level 6, and then the dig to something like 5. That way you build the ladders first. Allows you to be slightly more productive. Joya seeds! Or sand. Joya seeds it is. Alright, I've got so many little projects. Sage hatch, a vole, a slickster, a shine bug, a hatch, a bug, a Draco, a hatch, and a long hair. Definitely morbs, always. Pips with a vengeance, a side of poke shell, and a whiff of puff. And if you have it, I'll take a snake on the side. All of that is delivered here to the critter drop-off. I'm gonna put that to like a 7. We're not going to auto wrangle. We can go ahead and set this all the way up to like, I don't know, a bunch. And then we'll just plug this in and we can just set that to all. This one only does adults. Boom. Maximum 0. Auto wrangle. You get it. And that'll kill the critters off. All right, Sweepy. I gave you a dock. Where you at, bud? Hey, there we go. Both of those are up and running. Nice. It's keeping things cool. Oh, who died? Morty, no! Whoa, Morty, you're floating. You've turned into a ghost or something. At least you were flattered by sparkles before you died. Clay, I've seemed to have broken your game. Sorry about that. Wonder if you're ever going to be picked up, Morty. This seems like a... Oh, yes. Thumman's got you. Thumman, why do you look like you're in pain? And then there were 17. Well, moving on. You know, I just had an amazing idea. A super sweepy. That's right. It's the same thing, but twice as big. Yeah. Here's how you cheat your mops. Get a little bit started here, and then as the liquid flows in, you queue up more. So even though it would normally be too deep, you can cheat it. Now, Sweepy here should actually go ahead and take care of this liquid for us, but I don't know if you can spawn it if it's underwater. So we're doing a quick mop job here. Well, I never intended there to be water inside of here, but you know what? Having a little water in there, or at least a liquid down here, is actually a good idea. And I like the idea of water, or maybe phosphorus. What is the temperature of liquid phosphorus? Phosphorus liquid, oh, from 44 degrees Celsius. You know, water would be just fine if we just kind of kept it water. Wouldn't have to do anything different. All I got to do is seal the room off. Boom, put a little water in there. This turns it into steam. We cool the steam down. And that's how we cool the copper. Bada bing, bada boom. Simple. Oh, hey, Sweepy. Look at him go. How much does this guy have inside of him? Wow, look at all that crude oil. Now, there's a new mod that actually allows us to control what things pop up here. Ooh, I think this is might be a good opportunity to kind of click that there. So if we go into the workshop here and we look under new pop-up control. So that's what I'm looking at here. So with that enabled, is there options? Oh, yes, there is. Whoa. Critter drops, cured by diseases, become infected, none of that stuff. Wow, you can even turn off overjoyed reactions? It looks like a lot of these were already disabled. Deliver item, materials processed, from digging and all that stuff. Cool. All right, let's give it a try. Sweepy. Hey, look. Now Sweepy's doing stuff, but we don't see all the little pop-ups on him. How cool is that? Nice. That'll clean the screen up. And you can see over here, no pop-ups. And then you zoom out and you see the dupes are like mopping stuff up. Okay, so some things are doing things. Huh. This Sweepy over here has a big job ahead of it. I think you need a trophy. Here, have a cactus flower for your hat. I think that'll be nice. All right, now in my base, in order to get this Sweepy to work, I'm going to have to use an auto sweeper. Now the reason I have to use an auto sweeper here is because I have a base setup where everything requires me to actually use a sweeping command. I have sweep only set on the automatic dispensers here. Otherwise, the dupes would just keep reaching in here over and over and over again, which is not what I want them to do. So long as this is a lower priority than my input, which is going to be the conveyor loader here, then this will automatically pick up the stuff that comes out of the dock and shove it into the loader. Really, dude? What are you doing here, man? You found the one pitcher pump and decided to get stranded on it. Okay, so one thing that is absolutely critical here is I need more copper ore in order to build that all-important wallpaper. The thing is, I now need regolith. So in case we haven't already done enough here today, dupes, we need to keep digging up near the surface. Somewhere up here is regolith. And we're definitely not going to get to that. Yeah, we got a few things to dig. In this episode, we will be digging for 300 cycles. Hey, here we go. We can see this thing working. So over here, I have too much oxygen. If it's above 290, then it's just heading on over here to the canister filler and we have bottles of oxygen. Haha! Isn't that cool? Allowing this thing to continuously rotate and not become too full. Neat. So you know what's next, dupes. You've got more stuff to build. Because I'm going to need one of these for everything else. Obviously, we're going to need one for natural gas. Which means we probably don't need this much natural gas. Well, maybe we do. You can see we already got a lot of natural gas floating around down here. Yeah. Shovel. You mess with my high flow reservoir. Don't be doing that. And dupes, I want you to build this thing down here. Poor Sweepy. Little guy's dustbin is full. He absolutely hates this. I think there's only one way to get this thing done. And that is priority level, please. Oh no! Who died? Rhymes! No! I didn't notice that. My bad. You suffocate. Dude, how'd you... My bad. I mean, you did make it 129 cycles, so that's pretty good. Other dupes have tried and made it far less. Man, you weren't even that far away from the oxygen. It's like you could see it. Alright, so there we go. We can now see the auto sweepers doing its thing. It's loading this conveyor loader very, very quickly. Although it's probably picking stuff up off the ground. Right now the shipping rail can only run so fast, so I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. It is, however, shipping all the way up here and starting to store up in this location. And there goes an egg. Cool. Time for another dupe. Snores loudly. No! Derek! Welcome to the base. I don't know what we need. Oh, here we go again. Derek, we currently have no doctors, so you might just do that. Oh, yes. See? Now we have a lot more refined metals. We can start to kind of run a little bit heavier wires throughout the base. So that means we can power up nice stuff like this. All right, well, I think we've made some good progress today. This up here is actually keeping the copper relatively cool. That's actually working out all right. Its overall temperature, roughly 100 degrees Celsius, so not anything too crazy. You can see when it does go to erupt that the temperatures will spike up quite a bit. So we can actually see that here in just a few seconds. So right around here is about 100 degrees Celsius. So right now you can see it's about 100 degrees Celsius, and then when this starts kicking out, we'll see that the temperature down there is definitely going up quite a bit. And you can see the heat likes to flow out into the metal tiles and then into the steel coolers over there. So that reached about 160 degrees Celsius, maybe 170, and then it starts to cool back down. So that actually works out really, really good. I like that. I might actually just go ahead and sweep some of this stuff up and kind of ship it around some rails to cool it down just a little bit more if I want to make use of it inside my base. That way when I go to build something, it isn't like 100 degrees Celsius. But it doesn't look like I'm going to have to do a whole lot more to cool this stuff down. So that's actually worked out really good. I'm working on kind of rewiring some things now, especially that I have all of this copper available to me. So we're working on upgrading a lot of the wires. Also, we continue to make more and more iron and all of that good stuff down here as this stuff is cooling things down, so I'll probably crank that back up again. Our digging of stuff over here is actually working out pretty good. We're clearing out a lot of material. Sweepy's gonna be sweeping a lot. Ooh, looks like he got his little cactus flower. Real nice. But I think it's gonna take a while. This auto sweeper is gonna be working overtime for a long time now. I can't instruct a duplicant to come down here and empty this all by themselves, but I imagine that they will do so eventually, especially with all the crude oil in there. If I click sweep only and I turn that off, they should do it. I ended up moving a lot of the outhouses from over here to there. At least I'm working on that, so that'll kind of relocate that, which means we can expand this and make it into kind of like a double great hall. I think we already got a great hall over here, but I'd like that to be moved over there. I've got the critters automatically being turned into barbecue down here now, so this is actually munching away. Although there's so many critters in my basement. Look at all these snakes! Meep! I don't know if you've ever had nightmares of being in a pit full of snakes, but this is pretty darn close to it. Ooh, but you know what? I do want to have more tough roller snakes. I definitely want more of those. So before I leave, let's go ahead and set up another spot where we can ranch those little critters up. I'm gonna move them up over here. Let's go ahead and make use of that. All right, well, good deal. At any rate, that's all I got time for today. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Oxygen Not Included. Stay safe, stay awesome, and have a wonderful day, guys. Peace. Brothgar.